Today, we're going to trace the incredible chain reaction that's been set off by one single technology, artificial intelligence. It's like a massive domino effect. One breakthrough in software is toppling everything else in its path, from the physical infrastructure of our planet all the way to the balance of global power. So let's follow the path of these falling dominoes, and we'll start with a question that kind of reframes everything we thought we knew about AI.
For years we've seen AI as just a helpful utility, right? But what we're witnessing now is a fundamental shift. AI is becoming the platform itself. Think about it less like a calculator you pull out for one specific task, and more like the entire desk you work at, a whole digital environment where everything you need for work, for collaboration, for discovery, it's all just integrated and waiting for you.
And that right there brings us to our first domino, the way we actually get stuff done. AI is quietly weaving itself into the background of our digital lives, becoming this new kind of operating system that doesn't just respond, it actually anticipates our needs and automates really complex tasks. And this shift from reactive to proactive, it's already happening. Take Google's Notebook LM, for example. It doesn't just answer a question, it synthesizes detailed reports from all your different documents. Or look at OpenAI's ChatGPT for Teams. It's not just a solo assistant anymore, it's a real collaborative hub. AI is no longer just waiting for your command. It's thinking ahead, anticipating your next move, and working alongside you like a true partner. Okay, but a software revolution this huge can't just run on thin air. It needs a physical foundation, a massive one. And that has kicked off this absolutely unprecedented global race for what we call compute, the raw processing power that really fuels these AI models.
It really is a modern gold rush. But instead of actual picks and shovels, fortunes are being made in data centers, in chips, and in the very infrastructure that forms the backbone of AI. And the money? Wow, the money pouring in is just staggering, and it's flowing from every corner of the globe.
For instance, down in Australia, a company called Firmus, which is backed by NVIDIA, just raised $500 million Australian dollars to build out the country's own domestic AI infrastructure. This is all about what's called sovereign AI, the idea that a country has to control its own AI systems to protect its economy and its national security. Then, in the US, you've got D-Matrix securing $275 million for more power-efficient chips, and these are specifically for AI inference. Now, if training an AI is like sending it to school to learn, inference is the AI actually using that knowledge to answer your questions. It's incredibly power-hungry, so making it cheaper is a huge priority for everyone. And over in Europe, you see an asset giant like BlackRock teaming up with a huge construction company on a €2 billion venture just to build a new generation of AI-optimized data centers. So, what does all this investment actually create? Well, a completely new global supply chain. The money is flowing into every single layer of the AI stack. You've got national projects like Firmus building up sovereign capability, specialized hardware companies like D-Matrix tackling cost and efficiency, and huge institutional capital from players like BlackRock, who are treating these data centers like the new power plants of our era. Now, whenever this much money and power are in play, you know it's going to create some shockwaves. This race for compute isn't just an industry story. It is shaking up global financial markets and really sharpening geopolitical tensions. And this quote from a top executive at Deutsche Bank's asset management arm, it captures the feeling perfectly. When the people managing billions of dollars admit there's no playbook, that's a pretty clear sign we are in uncharted territory. They see the real productivity gains, for sure, but they're also warning that valuations might be getting way, way ahead of the fundamentals. And it's not just talk, either. We're actually seeing data to back up this growing caution. Money flowing into global stock funds just hit a 4-week low, and it's being driven by fears of an overheating AI market. It's a sign that after all that initial euphoria, investors are starting to look much more critically at the risks involved. And beyond the markets, this hardware race is a central piece in a huge geopolitical chess match. On one side, you have the US proposing legislation like the GAIN AI Act, which is backed by giants like Microsoft and Amazon to tighten export controls on advanced chips to China. But this creates a fundamental conflict, right? Governments are trying to build fences around this tech, while companies like NVIDIA are trying to sell it to a global market. It's a high-stakes tug of war with literally trillions of dollars on the line. Of course, with any powerful new technology, there's always a dark side. The same AI that can supercharge research and productivity can also be weaponized, creating a whole new generation of really sophisticated threats. What's really alarming is how AI is being integrated into these cyber attacks. This isn't theoretical, it is happening right now. Anthropic just recently disclosed that a state-backed group used its AI, Claude, at multiple stages of an espionage campaign, from crafting really convincing phishing emails to analyzing the data they stole. It's a chilling real-world example of AI being used as a weapon.
And the financial cost is just staggering. Take just one group, the Akira ransomware gang. According to CISA and the FBI, they have successfully hit over 250 organizations, and they've extracted more than $42 million in ransom payments. This is a massive and ongoing problem.
And this battle is being fought on all fronts. We're seeing major corporate breaches like the one at the Washington Post, constant government alerts about threats to critical infrastructure, and even massive international efforts like Europol's Operation Endgame to fight back. The scale of both the threat and the response is just enormous. But look, this global frenzy, with all of its risks, exists for a reason. The very same power that creates these new threats also holds the potential to solve some of the world's most complex challenges. And that potential is accelerating every single day. And the scope of that potential is just breathtaking. In industry, NVIDIA and Rockwell are putting AI on factory floors to predict failures before they even happen. In science, Microsoft is giving researchers at Princeton access to frontier AI for climate modeling. And in energy, a new pilot could use ammonia to unlock a global hydrogen economy, helping power everything, including those super energy-hungry data centers in a decarbonized world. And so, the final domino is the one that's yet to fall. This technology has the power to reshape our world, for better or for worse. The dominoes are already in motion, touching everything from our daily work to global security. And that leaves us with the most important question of all. As AI builds our future, who is responsible for building the guardrails? Thanks for tuning in.